How is everybody? I'm a little, I'm a little groggy. It's a good thing we have such great products. I was telling someone earlier today, it's it's been a while since I took a red eye flight home. You know what a red eye flight is, right? It generally leaves in the middle of the night, like midnight, and it goes from normally from West Coast to East Coast is kind of how it works. So we were out at Vision Summit in Utah Thursday through Sunday night because we had a red eye flight home, and it was really the only flight I could get home, and I wasn't thinking completely, about it when I was booking the flights, and I'm like, well, I know Park City, and so I know it's snow season out there, ski season. I mean, out in Utah, so I understand it gets busy out there. But here's what I forgot, okay? I forgot it was spring break, and I live in Orlando, okay? And it's spring break, okay? So I kind of forgot about that one. So there were just no flights coming home. So the only one available was the red eye. And you haven't lived until you take a red eye flight home with teams of girls from soccer teams and cheerleading and volleyball and stuff like that, and your plane is filled, and like they won, so they were just cheering all night. It's like it's amazing. But anyway, we had a great weekend, and I'm going to say this: you need to plan on using Vision Summit as a tool for building your business, okay? If you're on the West Coast, you should plan on doing it every month because it's very easy to get there on Southwest. If you're on the East Coast, just make plans to get there every quarter or something. It is an amazing training and teaching. And one of the things I'm going to talk to you about tonight, I got a couple things I want to go over, but something that April and I always did and always used with building our business, and we kind of got away from it, and I mean, for 30 years, we always did this. And, in the old company and the first 2 years of being here, at LifeVantage. But then I think when the pandemic started and the company started doing a lot of promotions and points for this, points for that, prizes here, trips, I think, we just kind of got away from it a little bit. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about kind of what really hit me with the training at Vision Summit. And one thing you got to keep in mind, okay, April and I each do a segment of the training, but there's like 16 different segments of training that happen in the 2 days. And the people training have a very specific topic. This isn't a recognition thing. This is, you take 2 minutes to kind of say who you are and how you got there. And then you got to get right into your topic because you got 20 minutes and you're off. Okay, that's it. And there's like 20 segments of that over the course of the 2 days. And the people sharing the information is so genuine, they're so good. And the way they share it is so memorable, that you have no problem retaining it and remembering it. So let me give you a couple things, and then I'm going to go into why I feel that is so important. But number one, the 19th, this coming Saturday, is LVA Saturday, LifeVantage Academy Saturday. And if there's any chance that you can get to a live one, depending on where you live, there's only 5 or 6 cities that are doing it live, so you may not be able to do that. But if you can get to a live one, by all means, get there, okay? Because live is always the best. But if not, make sure you're plugged in virtually and get in the habit of having other people watch it with you. And I don't mean, other teammates. That's okay to have teammates who are in the business watch it with you, but plan on having prospects watch it with you. Make it fun. Put some coffee and donuts out or bagels, or put some, salads out for lunch, whatever it is that your thing is. But let's get in the habit of making that LVA Saturday a recruiting opportunity, an educational opportunity, an opportunity to expand vision on people. Let's not take that for granted. That is an event day. And on event days, those should be revenue producing days, okay, in the month, okay? Those should be revenue producing. So this Saturday, which generally it's always the third Saturday of the month, is LifeVantage Academy, okay? So you got plenty of time. You still got all week to make plans. If you're in Florida, April and I are actually teaching the one in Orlando. I know Greg and Patty Palka are teaching the one in Denver. I know the Nettles, I think, are teaching the one in Sioux Falls. I'm not sure where everybody's going, but you know, it's always great, okay, whoever's involved with doing it. So keep that in mind. That's this coming Saturday. And if you haven't looked in the group, there's 3 invites in the group. Angie Harper, who is over the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, something like that, she's had the fastest growing business in the United States organically. Okay, she'd never done network marketing before. You've heard Angie Harper, she's a Pro 8. Kristen Bailey is under her. Kristen's a Pro 7. They have a great team of ladies building a gigantic business. Well, Angie put together a series, they called it March Madness, a series of 9 meetings in March, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday each week. So they did 3 of them last week. So the first 3 are done. Okay, but it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week. The invites and the schedule and the times are in the training page. Okay, I've also texted it to a lot of you, but it's in there. I know a big one this week, I think it's Wednesday, is nurses. So it's 9 weeks of niche marketing, okay? So each topic, I know last week, one of the topics was teachers and why teachers are good and should do LifeVantage, okay? Another topic was moms with athletes, you know, kids that play sports and moms, and why they should use the products and do it. You know, this, and I don't know what all the topics are this week. I do know nurses is this week, and that's going to be a good one, okay? You know, a lot of nurses out there looking for something else. A lot of nurses out there not happy with what the hospitals and the government and things, and you know, have done to them after they were such heroes with the pandemic. So that's a great one. And we all know nurses. Everybody knows nurses, you know, and I see Allie on the call here. Allie's a nurse, and that's an opportunity for her to get, you know, 20, 30 of her nurse friends, okay, on a call that's going to be talking about nurses, and a nurse will be talking about it, not me talking about nurses, okay, but a nurse in LifeVantage doing well, talking about how it works so well for nurses. So there's 9 of them. They're all recorded. If you missed it, you can go to Angie Harper's YouTube channel and watch it, share it. You know, you can get the link. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the times on the invites are Pacific time. So you're going to need to adjust it to Mountain, Central, Eastern, you know, depending accordingly. And each day, they're so smart. You know, these ladies are really, really bright. I know the Tuesday one is like 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. I think the Wednesday one is like 3 in the afternoon, Pacific time. And the Thursday one is like 6 at night, Pacific time. So not only is it 3 different days, it's 3 different times, okay? And 3 different niches. So that's this week and next week, okay? So we got the 19th, LV8 Academies. We got our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, some niche markets out there. Not this week, but next week on Wednesday, we'll have our launch Zoom again, our second one for the month. If you didn't look on the training page, we made up a new 5-minute video. It's not new, okay? We're not happy with the opportunity videos that are available, not only in the app, but anywhere, okay? So we kind of went hunting to find a 5, 6, 7-minute opportunity video that would kind of be an icebreaker. And we found something from about 6, 7 years ago that April was able to edit out some of the stuff that might have dated it. but we haven't been getting the results that we used to get with ABC Primetime. It's just kind of a dud now. It's just, sometimes it piques their interest from a product standpoint, but hey, it was 2005. It's 22 now. It's 17 years ago. It's still a fascinating video. But if you want to talk business, and I'm going to take the next 10 minutes to talk business with you, okay? If you want to talk business, the ABC Primetime don't work, okay? You got to use a launch Zoom. But a launch Zoom is 30 minutes. So how do we pique their interest to get them to commit to 30 minutes, okay? Well, that's with a 5-minute video, okay? And that is in there now, okay? So if you go into the team training page, team unity training page, you'll see a 5-minute video in there now that that we're going to be using, okay, for opportunity. Okay, this is to share the opportunity. This is so we could get into a discussion about money, okay, and opportunity. And we just didn't have anything out there like that. So for some of you oldie but goodies, you may say, oh, but the bottle looks a little different. Oh, but the skincare looks a little different. Get over it. A new person seeing it for the first time doesn't have a clue. It'll definitely pique people's interest in looking more at having a conversation with you, getting on a 3-way call with your upline, okay, or looking at the 30-minute launch after they watch the 5-minute opportunity. So one of the things that you're gonna hear us talking a lot more about moving forward is we're always, and I mean always, gonna lead moving forward. We're gonna lead with the business, okay? We're not gonna lead with the product anymore, and I'm just telling you up front, okay? We're not. We're gonna lead with the business. And why is that? Well, I could say, hey, Allie, I want to talk to you about something I'm really excited about with a business, okay? And I may go into why it's good for nurses. I may go into whatever it is, but I'm going to share why I'm excited about it, okay? And the benefits of it, especially post-pandemic benefits from it, okay? But I'm going to say something just so I can get her to say, would you just watch something for 5 minutes for me? I really think it'll pique your interest, and then we can have a more intelligent conversation. And, do you need an hour to see it? Can you watch it during lunch break? Can you watch it after dinner tonight? Just tell me when you're going to watch it, because I want to I want to follow up with you. So this is something you do immediately. Like they watch it now and then you talk to them. They watch it now and you call them back in 10 minutes. Okay. It's that kind of thing. But if Allie says, look, my job is freaking awesome. I am making boatloads of money. I don't have any stress anymore. I make my own hours. I come and go as I please. Things couldn't be better than they are right now. I'm going to say, well, look, if that ever changes, would you please keep me in mind? And when you come across some other folks that maybe aren't as fortunate and as blessed as you are, would you consider being a source of a referral for me? I said I would be very appreciative, but since the timing of the business may not be perfect for you right now, I know that you're interested in getting younger and staying younger. I know you've always used different skincares. I know that, and I'm just going to go into the product thing and at least get her as a customer on the product. So see, we're not going away from the product, but we're going away from starting with the product and then never getting a chance to bring up the business. We're going away from that, okay? Where if we bring up the business and the timing ain't right for the business, I can still talk to them about the product. The conversation happens at the same time. But if I start with the product and Allie just say, hey, go away. I'm happy with my skincare. My hair looks great. I don't need anything else. I'm good. And then what am I going to do? Talk to her about a business? Selling and marketing products that she don't want to use and she don't like, and she already told me so. See, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So we all need to be starting with business. Okay. And that leads me into this. I don't remember if it was Seth Mulder. I think it was Rye Fry. He went into a scenario yesterday as he was on Saturday, as he was closing up, and he used Pro threes as an example, and I'm going to use that with you now, okay? We got to get into the business of being and teaching and duplicating pro threes. And it's the only thing you and I need to do. We don't need to do nothing else, because a pro three is somebody that's done 5,000 points, is doing 5,000 points a month. And every rank in this company and every dollar amount in this company is available by duplicating pro three, everything. If I'm a pro three and I recruit Ali into the business, okay, and I say, Ali, here's the deal. Tell me what you want out of this. So are you interested in making some real money? Are you just looking to make a little extra money so you can jump out of a plane once in a while? What do you want? Okay. And she says, no, I'm interested in making some real money. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, good. Number one, you need to start your business with an elite pack. It's the best deal in the world. You'll never get another chance to do it. You get a year's worth of training from the company. You get the LVAs are covered for the whole year. You get to go to global or an elite academy along the way. It's $500 worth of training. It's included. Okay, you're going to get $1,800 or $1,900 worth of product. You're going to get a website. You're going to get an app on your phone, and all the other training goes with it too. And for $9.99. Okay, so that's where you need to start your business. Okay. Now, why? Well, number one, it's the best deal, okay? Number two, it's what I did. Number three, if I want to build a Pro 3 business, do I want to be doing it 40 points at a time with Balo Pro Tandem? That's psycho. I mean, that's just insanity to even think that, okay? No, I want to do it 850 points at a time, okay, with an elite pack. So I know if I get 5 or 6, or my team gets 5 or 6, then I'm a Pro 3. If they don't want to do business, okay, then we're going to talk about a tri-synergizer, and that's 100 points. If they can't afford that or don't want to do that, okay, well, then we get down to the 40 and they use Nerf 2. Okay, but that's the last resort. I'm not going to go out and sell 40 points. I'm going to settle and be happy with 40 points if it's the best I can do after I had the other conversations, okay? Now, the first question you get when you're talking to someone else about starting a business and they see there's options, they say, well, where did you start? Well, it was very obvious what the right move was. I started with an elite pack. Why? I knew I was going to need training, and they included it for a year. I knew that I was going to need product to use and sample and sell. So it was at 50% off, and everything else came with it, you know. So that's what I did. Well, they're going to do what you did. And again, if you start with a lead and they can't afford it or they're not willing, you can end up with a premier. But if you start with premier, then you end up with a $50 distributor and a product. If you start with product, that's all you get. You don't get a premier or an elite. So we got to shift to starting talking business. And then I'm going to say this, I'm going to say, Ali, here's the deal. Okay. Over the next 30, 60, 90 days, we're going to try and do it in 30 days. I'm going to be there with you. It might take 60, but it's not going to take more than 90 days. Okay. And we're going to go out, and I'll be available for 3-way calls. I'll be available for Zooms. I'll be available as long as we're local. Okay. I'll be available to meet people with you, their house, your house, my house, whatever, okay? And we're gonna go out, and then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, I'm dedicated to helping you build the business, but you are gonna determine the pace in which we run. And if you wanna run fast, here's what I'll do, okay? The customers that I pick up this month, the distributors I pick up, why I'm helping you build, I need to place them somewhere, okay? And I'm willing to place them under you to help you get to Pro 3, as long as you're bringing in your warm market and your friends as customers and your friends as distributors. So we'll both be working to this one common goal. Good or bad? Is that good or bad? See, that's good, good, and gooder, okay? Now think about this, okay? Because I only got a couple more minutes. We need to have Pro 3 on our brain a lead pack on our brain, 30, 60, 90 days on our brain. Okay, that is what we talk about. We don't talk Nerf 2. We don't talk hair care. We don't talk pro tandem. We talk money and business. And then we get into what the products do, or it's a fallback position. We're not going away from gathering customers. We'll get more customers this way, okay? But we're not going to get more distributors unless we start talking money. And we're not going to advance fast instead of slow unless we talk elite. So let's just have the right conversation. But think about this, okay? Let's say I'm a Pro 3 and I sign Allie up and she agrees and we both go at it and she lives up to her word. And I know better than anybody that a lot of the people we sign up don't do what they say they're going to do. And they end up just being kind of glorified customers. I get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we should not bother them. We should love on them, respect them. They are a big part of our subscription business, and that's all good. But let's say Allie does what she says, and she starts introducing people, and we start signing up distributors. We start signing up customers, okay? And 60 days out, she's Pro 3. So now I say, Allie, you need to go get Donna or Michelle or Susan, whoever it is, and you need to find your next person who's going to become a Pro 3 and go all in on that person. Anyone you sign up along the way, go all in on that person as long as they're doing their part, okay? As long as they're doing their part, go all in on that person to help them become Pro 3. What happens to Allie? She becomes Pro 4. She already had 5,000 points in volume, okay? Now, another 5,000 was added. That's 10. She's Pro 4. Well, if I was Pro 3, okay, when I got Allie and helped her become Pro 3, what happens to me? Well, I go to 15,000 in volume, but you know what? Once I helped Allie get to Pro 3, I got to go get my next one. So if I go and do it again, I'm helping Allie along the way. I'm keeping an eye on her. I'm keeping an eye on her new girl, Donna. I'm available if they need me, but I go get Mary and I'm helping Mary become a Pro 3. Well, Allie gets hers. I go get mine. Allie becomes a 4. I become a 5. And all it takes in this business, and I'm going to close with this, okay? All it takes is we just need to find 3 people, 3, okay? 3 people that we can teach and develop to become Pro 3s in the business so they can go develop Pro 3s and they can develop Pro 3s. Do you know what it takes to be elite in this business? 20 Pro 3s. I didn't say you get 20 Pro 3s. I said, you just got to get 3. And one thing about this business, it's a birds of a feather business. They flock together. When you find someone interested in money and business, they have a tendency to hang out with like-minded people like themselves. And you normally, you know, that's when you hear people say somebody hit the lottery. Well, they didn't hit the lottery. They just got into the right network of people where they just kind of have similar mindsets, you know, and that's all we need to do. We need to start talking money. We need to talk elite packs. We need to talk Pro 3, and we need to camp out with them till they do it. And you say, well, Bobby, you know, I signed up 3 premieres and they didn't do shit. Okay, welcome to the club. So they're customers that have a distributor title. That don't make them a bad person. They're just a customer that bought a couple months worth of product. That's okay. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get mad at them because they didn't do it. Just know what lane they're in. And you just go and get the next one until the person wants to become a Pro 3 and is willing to accept your help to do it. If they don't, they're in that box, okay? They're in the subscription box. They help the big number of monthly subscriptions grow and grow. There's no reason to ever get mad at anybody for not doing what you want them to do, okay? We just got to find the people that want to do, not need to be talked into doing, but want to do what you're doing or better. I'm always looking for the person who wants to go faster and better, always, okay? I want to be the cheerleader for someone that wants to go 10 times faster than I do. And I'm just going to cheer all the way to the bank, okay, for them. But but we can't get aggravated when they come in as a distributor on a Premier or even an Elite Pack, and they decide to go slow or do it when it's convenient. We just have to know, okay, so I'm not going to duplicate Pro 3s with that person. I just need to go find another one because I only need 3. I only need 3. So you're going to hear me and April talk more about it. Look for that short 5-minute video that we put in the group. Don't forget LVA on Saturday, okay? And we're back home and we're not going anywhere for a while. So if we can do anything to help you,